guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you 10 things you should always carry on you in DayZ. This is going to aim to help the newer players, or maybe some of you old veterans who don't know what you should be carrying. So this will cover things like clothing and food and water sources, and how to find food and water sources when you're out and about. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into the video. So guys, as I said, today's video will be on the top 10 most important things everyone should carry when they go out on patrol or looting. So we'll start off with arguably the most important one that you can have, and that would be water. Water can come in various shapes and sizes: canteens, bottles, wells, rivers. So if you have a canteen, if you find one, I'd probably try and put some chlorine tablets in. You do that by simply just dragging it across and holding left mouse to purify your canteen or bottle. Wait for that to be finished. Right, now that water is 100% safe to drink, and I will not get sick if I drink it. So let's say I find a half empty one, or I've drank half my canteen. There's multiple places I can fill it up. I can either fill the canteen at a well, like so, or fill it at a stream. Be warned though, if you fill it at a stream, you will need to use the chlorine tablets as shown here. These are super important in preventing you from getting sick. The wells can be located on the map by a little blue tap. There we go, there's one for you. If you go there, there'll be something that looks similar to this, and you can either just go and scoop water into your mouth or fill your bottle up. It's worthwhile noting that you drink faster from a bottle or a canteen though. So that is why whenever you go out, always have a canteen or be near a water source so that you don't get dehydrated and die. This next one goes hand in hand with the water. This one will be food. So if you're in a modded server or just a normal server, you want to try and look for rice. Rice is one of the best sources of food, as it's quite a lot of volume in that bag, as well as filling you up a lot and having a lot of calories. You can grow food by finding seeds and planting them in your greenhouses or planters, but yeah, food is another crucial one. I aim to have at least 2 or 3 pieces if I go out with my team, and then make sure everyone else has food as well, so that we're not all relying on one person to have one can of bacon to share to get all 10 of us home or whatever. So yeah, as I said, you eat your food, and you see in the bottom right, my food will go up. You can find the food in any building really, with probably the exceptions of military. If you go to military and it's a modded server, you might find the MREs, but on most servers they will have a trader, which has a whole host of different foods for you to snack on. The MREs, I might add, on Land of the Dead are exceptionally good for food, but other than that, it's just the rice. That's probably where you're best off putting your money. It's fairly cheap as well, and it'll keep you going for a while. Right, so the third most important thing you'd be able to carry with you is your own personal first aid kit, or PAK. This would be either put into one of these first aid pouches, or if you don't want to be as fancy, you can just have it loose in your inventory like so. So some of the most crucial items you'll need for your first aid kit is obviously the bandage. This is exceptional at stopping the blood in a rapid time. The next best alternative to that would be the rag, which takes slightly longer depending on the condition of the rag, but it's not massive. Tetracycline pills, these are these will save your life basically. So if you accidentally drink from the stream and you forget to put your chlorine tablets in, or you don't have your chlorine tablets, get some of these down you and you should survive it. Don't take my word for that. The next one that you're probably going to want in there to stop you needing the tetracycline would be the chlorine tablets. These, as I said previously, purify your water and make sure you won't get sick. Another thing you might want is a blood test kit. If all you guys carry these, then you can quickly test your blood, like so. And in the bottom right corner of the screen, where the blood drop is, it'll tell you my blood. Right, I'm O positive. So if I was O negative, I could give my blood to everyone, because O rhesus negative can be given to anyone. However, if I was A, I would only be able to have A blood or O rhesus negative blood. Okay? So O rhesus negative can only have O rhesus negative, but anyone can be given that are rhesus negative blood. That's another key point. There's also other things in here like the saline and the blood collection kit, which are pretty easy to use. For the saline bag, you need to combine that with an IV start kit, and that'll help it pump it into your body. So I'll show you that really quickly. So here we have our saline bag. This is to help us get our blood, see, accelerating blood regeneration. So then we'll want to hook this up with the IV start kit, combine it, and it'll craft a saline bag. And then as I get hit by zombies or whatever and I've bandaged, if my blood goes super low, I have my saline bag and I can just give an infusion, like so. But I'd probably lay off doing that if you're well, as you may black out from too much blood. But yeah. Right, so the next big one, I'd probably say, you may disagree with this one, but number 4 would be clothing. All depending on your clothing depends whether you're going to get sick or not. So you see my balaclava, if I click on it, it has the best insulation. This means if it gets cold or starts raining, it'll be a lot longer for me to get sick than, let's say, my boots, which are just high, so my boots would get colder quicker, meaning I'd get sicker. So I see it time and time again. Before the update, 1.1 I believe it wasn't such a big thing to have proper clothes, but now it's become increasingly, as if you see, if I just quickly take off my jacket and balaclava and things, you'll see how quick my temperature drops. There we go. Right, see, minus temperature. That's not good. I'll get these back on before I freeze to death. So if I kept at that, or I got damp or something like that, I would end up getting sick, and probably if I didn't get treatment with the tetracycline, I'd end up dying. So to avoid this, you want to, as you pick up an object, you probably want to click your middle mouse button on it, and it'll tell you what insulation it is. You want to have high insulation or high armor. So this is quite good at armor, and it's got high insulation, so that's perfect. Gloves are also another key thing, especially if you're going to be going up and down ladders, as you don't want to cut your hands if you slide down fast. So as you can probably guess by what I'm holding in my hand, number 5 is knife or some cutting implement such as a machete. Melee weapons as a whole are normally good at defending from zombies or basic fresh spawn attacks, bearing in mind that the fresh spawn probably won't have a weapon. These can be used for cutting bushes down to make fires, opening bean tins, or cutting rags in case you get cut. So it's just it takes very little room in the bag, and is just an incredibly useful tool that everyone should carry when they go out. Right guys, so as I said at the start, your top 10 may differ to mine slightly, but number 6 for me, as I like to play PvP servers, would be a substantial rifle. These can be used for a multitude of different things, such as self-defense, or if you like to go on the hunt, you might use one to go and try and grab gear off players. Base defense is also a crucial one that these are used in, as well as taking out massive hordes that you just couldn't do with your machete. So that was a quick item in our list. So we'll move on to the next one. Right, I should probably tell you here about the point number 6 that just went. If you struggle with reloading the weapons or need to know what ammo goes for which weapon, the way to find out is by watching my previous YouTube video, episode 1, how to reload a gun. In that I briefly go over the different magazine types and how to find out what bullets for each weapon when you buy them from the trader or find them on the floor. But now on to point 7. So you've got all the essentials out of the way. These are nice to haves now. So say I'm running 10 kilometers away to go and snipe at an enemy base. If I don't check what quality my boots are, or they deteriorate over the journey, I'm going to get cuts and die. That's why it's leather kit and sewing kit. These two now are probably getting more and more crucial with the game, since duct tape is now no longer used for that much. We have the leather kit and the sewing kit. These can be found in the buildings. Yeah, they're not too hard to find, or you can buy them from the traders. But I strongly suggest that you carry one of these, as there's nothing worse than getting caught out, being in the middle of nowhere, no fresh boots, and your feet start bleeding. So gloves are also repaired via using the sewing kit. Same with clothing. Vests, however, and boots are the leather sewing kit. I hope that helped. Right, so number 8 is very situation dependent. For this one, it's going to be a torch, or night vision, or a weapon flashlight. These are always good to think about whenever you're about to head out, just in case you feel that you're going to be caught out during the night, because there's nothing worse than just having to sit the night out and wait, or light a fire, possibly giving away your position when there's enemies nearby. So that's why I'd strongly advise night vision or a flashlight if you're unsure about the daytime or how long the server takes till go to night. So number 9 is probably one that I'll have just added fairly recently due to the introduction of you being able to break your leg. This one would be the epinephrine and morphine. These are both very important. So the morphine would be used for breaking legs and things, you know, for severe pain. So they work similar to the codeine tablets, but these are a lot faster acting. Whereas the epinephrine is one to get your blood up and your heart rate up, so that'll sort your pulse out. These are probably useful if you're nowhere near, as I said, to trees. Well, whereas if you are, you'd probably go to a tree, cut your bush, and then combine your sticks with your bandages or rags to make a splint. I'll just make one really quickly for you now. There we go. There's one stick. I believe it's 2 sticks and a bandage too. Right, there we go, got 3, and we need to get our bandage now. Combine the sticks with the bandage and craft the splint, there we go. So that is our splint done. So if you drop off a big building or anything, you're going to need one of these to strap to your legs. It normally lasts about 20 minutes, I think, is what it's been roughly last time. And then it'll automatically just pop off whenever it's finished healing your leg. Right, so number 10, when you hear it you may think Mutombo's gone mad, but this item, if you can call it an item, is going to be probably incredibly important in the world of DayZ. It's friends and teammates, so if I was out and I was in a PvP situation, I'd much rather have 3 guys versus 1 guy than 1 guy versus 1 guy, as the chances are either I'll lose my gear or he'll lose his gear. Whereas if one of us had more people, that automatically increases the team's chance compared to the solo players. So find yourself some friends, find yourself some teammates, and go roll around with them. Make sure you've all got the rest of the your top 10 or my top 10 or whatever you want to work off. But then you're just going to increase your chance of survival massively. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And I'll see you in the next one.